Round Town, page 59. Exercises 2A and 2B.
May, I'm so glad tomorrow is Friday. It's been a long week.
Oh, that's for sure. What would you like to do this weekend, Wen?
Well, there are a few movies we haven't seen yet. Or we could go to a concert downtown.
Oh, we can't afford to go to concerts, Wen. They're too expensive. And I'm sort of tired of going to the movies.
Okay, so let's do something different on Sunday. Something we haven't done yet this summer.
Like what? Got any ideas?
Let's check the newspaper for community events. Maybe we'll find something free right here in the neighborhood.
Oh.
Let's take a look. We have a lot of options. Here's something interesting. There's a concert in the park on Sunday at noon. Admission is free.
And here, look. There's a free walking tour of the gardens on Sunday at 11 o'clock.
Here's another option, May. The Museum of Art is free the first Sunday of every month. There's an exhibit of modern art showing now. The museum opens at 10 a.m.
Oh, and here's something at the library. Free storytelling for children on Sunday at 10:30. Everything is happening on the same day at the same time. What do you want to do, Wen?
Why don't we go to the library first?
Okay.
Then let's plan to go to the concert if the weather is nice. And then maybe later we can go to the art museum.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll check the weather forecast for the weekend. Then we can decide.
Page 59. Exercise 3A.
It is Thursday. Wen and May are talking about their plans for the weekend. They can't afford to spend a lot of money on entertainment. They decide to check the newspaper for free community events on Sunday. They have many options. There's an outdoor concert in the park, a walking tour of the gardens, a modern art exhibit at the art museum, and storytelling for children at the library. All these events have free admission. The problem is that all these things are happening on Sunday at the same time. May and Wen decide to take their son to the storytelling first. Then, if the weather is nice, they will go to the concert. Later, they might go to the art museum.
Page 64. Exercise 2.
Salsa stars at Century Park. If you missed the outdoor concert at Century Park last Saturday evening, you missed a great night of salsa music and dancing, and the admission was free. The performers were the popular band Salsa Stars. Band leader Ernesto Sanchez led the 5-piece group and 2 dancers. Sanchez is a versatile musician. He sang and played maracas and guitar. The other musicians were also superb. The group's excellent playing and great energy galvanized the crowd. No one sat down during the entire show. However, the evening had some problems. At first, the sound level of the music was excessive. I had to wear earplugs. Then the level was too low. The change in sound was irritating. In addition, the stage was plain and unremarkable. I expected to see lights and lots of color at the performance. The weather was another problem. The night started out clear. By 10 p.m., some ominous black clouds moved in, and soon it started to rain. The band intended to play until 11, but the show ended early because of the rain. Century Park has free concerts every Saturday evening in July and August. If you haven't attended one of these concerts yet, plan to go next weekend. But take an umbrella.
Unit 6. Time. Page 71. Exercises 2A and 2B.
Winston, what are you doing?
I'm thinking.
No, you're not. You're procrastinating. You always procrastinate. I'm getting very impatient with you. I asked you to take out the trash 2 hours ago, and you haven't done it yet.
Aw, Mom.
Do you have homework?
Yeah, but I can't decide what to do first.
Would you like some help?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Okay, so why don't you make a to-do list? You know, write down all the tasks you have to do.
Okay, I've got math, an English essay, and a history project.
What else?
I have to practice guitar. I have a lesson tomorrow.
And don't forget the trash. Write that down too.
Okay, now what?
Prioritize. What are you going to do first, second, third, and so on?
Well, guitar is first. It's the most fun.
Nuh-uh, I don't think so. Homework and chores are first. Guitar is last.
Okay, should I start with math, English, or history?
When are they due?
Math and English are due tomorrow.
And the history project?
The deadline is next week, on Tuesday.
Okay, so do math and English tonight. You can do the history project over the weekend.
Okay, math and English tonight. Which one should I do first?
Well, I always do the hardest thing first.
English is a lot harder than math.
Okay, so English, then math, then guitar. But before you do anything...
Yeah, I know. Take out the trash.
Right.
Page 71. Exercise 3A.
Winston is listening to music in his room. His mother comes in and tells him to stop procrastinating. She is very impatient because he isn't taking out the trash and he isn't doing his homework. Winston has too many things to do. His mother suggests making a to-do list. First, she tells him to list all the tasks he needs to do. Next, she tells him to prioritize, to put his tasks in order of importance. His mother says he needs to do his homework and chores first. He decides to do his English and math homework first because they are due the next day. He also has a history project, but the deadline is next Tuesday. After he finishes his homework, he will practice guitar. But before he does anything else, he has to take out the trash.
Page 76. Exercise 2.
Rules about time. Every culture has rules about time. These rules are usually unspoken, but everybody knows them. In some countries, such as the United States, England, and Canada, punctuality is an unspoken rule. It is important to be on time, especially in business. People usually arrive a little early for business appointments. Business meetings and personal appointments often have strict beginning and ending times. When you are late, other people might think you are rude, disorganized, or irresponsible. These countries also have cultural rules about time in social situations. For example, when an invitation for dinner says 6 p.m., it is impolite to arrive more than 5 or 10 minutes late. On the other hand, when the invitation is for a party from 6 to 8 or a reception from 3:30 to 5:30, you can arrive anytime between those hours. For public events with specific starting times, movies, concerts, sports events, you should arrive a few minutes before the event begins. In fact, some theaters do not allow people to enter if they arrive after the event has started. Other cultures have different rules about time. In Brazil, it is not unusual for guests to arrive an hour or two after a social event begins. In the Philippines, it is not uncommon for people to miss scheduled events, a class, or an appointment to meet a friend at the airport. Many Filipinos believe that relationships with people are more important than keeping a schedule.
Unit 7, Shopping, page 85. Exercises 2A and 2B.
Julie, look at this car. Automatic transmission, air conditioning, leather seats, sunroof, power windows. It's got everything. And it's only $27,500.
Ken, are you crazy? With tax and fees, that's about $30,000. We can't afford $30,000 for a car. Where are we going to get the money? The balance in our savings account is less than $8,000.
No problem. Look here. It says special financing available. Only 4% interest with 60 months to pay off the loan.
60 months to pay? That's 5 years. We're going to pay for that car every month for 5 years. Ken, you know I'm afraid of getting into debt. We have bills to pay every month, and we need to save money for college for the kids.
Well, Julie, tell me, do we need a car or don't we need a car? Our old one always needs repair, and it's...
Okay. We do need a car, but we don't need a new car. We could look for a used car. Let's go across the street and look. I'm sure we can find a good used car for $10,000 or even less than that.
Yeah, but Julie, look at this car. It's a beauty. We should get it. We can buy the car on credit. Everybody does it.
No, not everybody. My father always paid cash for everything. He didn't even have a credit card.
Well, your father never had any fun.
Oh.
And I'm not your father.
Page 85. Exercise 3A.
Ken and his wife Julie are looking at cars. Ken wants to buy a new car that costs over $27,000. Julie thinks that they can't afford to spend that much money. The balance in their savings account is less than $8,000. She's afraid of getting into debt. But Ken says they can get financing to help pay for the new car. The interest rate is low, and they can take 5 years to pay off the loan. Ken isn't worried about buying things on credit. Julie disagrees. She suggests that they could buy a used car. She says her father never had a credit card. He always paid cash for everything.
Page 90. Exercise 2.
A credit card nightmare. Soon he and Joseph Kim got their first credit card a week after they got married. At first, they paid off the balance every month. The couple's problems began after they bought a new house. They bought new furniture, a big screen television, and 2 new computers. To pay for everything, they applied for more and more credit. Soon, they had 6 different credit cards, and they were more than $18,000 in debt. It was a nightmare, says Mrs. Kim. The interest rates were 19% to 24%. Our minimum payments were over $750 a month. We both got second jobs, but it wasn't enough. I was so worried about paying off the debt, I cried all the time. Luckily, the Kims found a solution. They met Dolores Delgado, a debt counselor. With her help, they looked at all of their living expenses and made a family budget. They combined their 6 credit card payments into one monthly payment with a lower interest rate. Now, their monthly budget for all living expenses is $3,400. Together, they earn $3,900 a month. That leaves $500 for paying off their debt. "We've cut up our credit cards," says Mr. Kim. "No more expensive furniture. In 5 years, we can pay off our debt. Now we know. Credit cards are dangerous."
Unit 8. Work. Page 97. Exercises 2A and 2B.
Good morning, Tony. Thanks for coming in. I'm Ken Leong, Personnel Manager for the company.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Leong.
So, I have your resume right here, and I understand you're interested in the job of shipping and receiving clerk.
Yes, that's right. I'm applying for the shipping and receiving clerk position.
Okay. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Go ahead.
First of all, could you tell me a little about your background? Where are you from? What kind of work have you done?
Well, I was born in Peru and lived there for 18 years. I finished high school there and then I came here with my family. I've been living here for 2 years.
Okay. And are you currently employed?
Sorry?
Are you working now?
Yes. I've been working part-time as a teacher's assistant at an elementary school for about a year. And I'm also going to community college at night. I want to get a degree in accounting.
Oh, that's good. What office machines can you use?
I can use a computer, a fax machine, a scanner, and a copying machine.
Excellent. Those skills will be useful in this job. You'll need to take inventory and order supplies. Now, Tony, can you tell me about some of your strengths?
Excuse me?
Your strengths, your personal qualities. What makes you a good person for this job?
Well, I'm very responsible and reliable. If I have a deadline, I come in early or stay late to finish the job. Also, I get along with everyone. I never have problems working with people. I like everyone and they like me.
That's great. Can you work any shift?
Well, I prefer the day shift because I have classes at night.
Okay, Tony. There's going to be an opening in the day shift soon. I'll get back to you next week sometime.
Thank you, Mr. Leong. I appreciate that. It was nice to meet you.
You too. I'll give you a call.
Page 97. Exercise 3A.
Tony has been working as a teacher's assistant for about a year. He is also going to college part-time to get a degree in accounting. Right now, Tony is at a job interview with Mr. Leong, the personnel manager. Mr. Leong asks about Tony's background. Tony says he is from Peru and has been living in the United States for 2 years. Next, Mr. Leong asks about Tony's work experience. And Tony says that now he is employed at a school. Finally, Mr. Leong asks about Tony's personal strengths. Tony says he is responsible and reliable, and he gets along with everybody. Mr. Leong says he will contact Tony next week.
Page 102. Exercise 2.
Eden's vlog. Monday, 9/29. I had my interview today. I gave the interviewer a big smile and a firm handshake. I answered her questions with confidence. I'll let you know if I get the job. Thursday, 9/25. Great news! One of the companies from the job fair finally called me back. I've been preparing for the job interview all day. I'm really excited. I'm going to have a practice interview with some classmates today. That will prepare me for the real one. Wednesday, 9:24. I've been feeling depressed about the job search lately, but my counselor at school told me I shouldn't give up. He said I need to be patient. Today, I organized my papers. I made lists of the places I have applied to and the people I have talked to. I also did some more research online. Tuesday, 9:16. Today, I went to a job fair at my college. I filled out several applications and handed out some resumes. There were about 20 different companies there. Several of them said they were going to call me back. Wish me luck! Monday, 9:15. Hello, fellow job searchers. I have been looking for a job for several weeks. Everyone tells me that it's critical to network, so I've been telling everyone I know. I've been calling friends, relatives, and teachers to tell them about my job search. If you have any good job searching tips, please share them with me.
Unit 9, Daily Living, page 111. Exercises 2A and 2B.
Hello?
Samantha, this is Monica.
Monica, I've been waiting for you to call. But, you sound really strange. Are you okay?
Well, actually, no, I'm not. Not at all. Somebody broke into our house tonight.
Broke into your house? That's terrible. When? How?
Well, around 7:30, we went over to the Marinos next door to watch a movie. And while we were there, someone broke into our house and robbed us. They stole our TV, DVD player, jewelry, and some cash. I still can't believe it.
Oh, that's awful. How did the robber get in?
He broke a window in the back bedroom. You should see the mess. There's glass all over the floor, and there are books and CDs and clothes all over the place. And, Samantha, they took my mother's ring. I'm so upset.
Oh, did you call the police?
Of course. They've already been here.
What's happening to our neighborhood? We never used to have so much crime. When the kids were little, we didn't even lock the front door.
Well, I'm just glad we weren't home when it happened.
Oh, Monica, I feel so bad for you. And I'm worried. Did you hear someone robbed Mr. Purdy last week, too, while he was out taking a walk? I think we should start a neighborhood watch program, don't you?
Yeah, we've been talking about that for months. I agree. It's time we finally did it. But right now I have to clean up this mess.
Do you want me to come over, Monica? I could help you clean up.
You're the best, Samantha. Yeah, come as quickly as you can. Thanks.
Page 111. Exercise 3A.
Monica calls Samantha with bad news. While Monica and Todd were out, someone broke into their home and stole their TV, DVD player, jewelry, and some cash. Monica is upset because the robber took her mother's ring. She says the person got in through a window in the back bedroom. Samantha is worried. She says they never used to have so much crime in their neighborhood. She tells Monica that last week someone robbed their neighbor Mr. Purdy, too. Samantha thinks they should start a neighborhood watch program. Monica agrees, but first she needs to clean up the mess in her house. Samantha offers to come over and help.
Page 116. Exercise 2.
Home is more than a building. few months ago, Pedro Ramirez, 45, lost his job in a grocery store. To pay the bills, he got a part-time job at night. Several days later, Pedro's wife, Luisa, gave him a big surprise. She was pregnant with their 6th child. Pedro was happy but worried. How am I going to support another child without a full-time job? He wondered. That evening, Pedro and Luisa got some more news. A fire was coming near their home. By the next morning, the fire was very close. The police ordered every family in the neighborhood to evacuate. The Ramirez family moved quickly. While Pedro was gathering their legal documents, Luisa grabbed the family photographs, and the children put their pets, a cat and a bird, in the family's van. Then the family drove to the home of Luisa's sister, 1 hour away. About 24 hours later, Pedro and Luisa got very bad news. The fire destroyed their home. They lost almost everything. With no home, only part-time work, and a baby coming, Pedro was even more worried about the future. For the next 3 months, the Ramirez family stayed with Luisa's sister while workers were rebuilding their home. Many generous people helped them during that difficult time. Friends took them shopping for clothes. Strangers left gifts at their door. A group of children collected $500 to buy bicycles for the Ramirez children. Because of all the help from friends and neighbors, the Ramirez family was able to rebuild their lives. 2 months after the fire, Luisa mailed out holiday cards with this message: "Home is more than a building. Home is wherever there is love."
Unit 10, Free Time, page 123. Exercises 2A and 2B.
I'm so exhausted. I really need a vacation.
You know, my work is pretty slow right now. I can talk to my boss. Maybe he'll give me a few days off.
Oh, Ricardo, what a great idea. We haven't had a family vacation in 2 years.
Where would you like to go, Felicia?
We could go to San Francisco. Michelle's 6. She's old enough to enjoy it, don't you think?
Well, let's see if there are any deals on any of the internet travel sites. Look, if we book a flight 7 days ahead, we can get a round-trip ticket for $200.
That's not too expensive. Are there any discounts for children?
Let's see. I don't think so.
Oh, that's too bad. What about hotel rates?
Not cheap. Summer is the height of the tourist season. If we stay in a nice hotel, it's going to cost at least $250 a night.
Plus the room tax, don't forget. You have to add on an extra 14% or something like that.
Right. I forgot about that. So if the 3 of us take this trip, and if we stay in San Francisco just 3 days, it's going to cost almost $1,200.
That's a lot to spend for just a 3-day vacation, Ricardo. Maybe we should just go camping instead.
Yeah, you're probably right. We could go to Big Bear Lake. If we do that, how much will it cost?
Well, gas will probably cost about $100. The campsite will cost about $35 a night, and then there's food. But that won't be too much if we grill hamburgers.
Michelle will probably have more fun camping, too.
I agree. So, what do you think? Should we make a reservation?
I'll reserve the campsite after I talk to my boss tomorrow.
I hope he says yes. We really need a vacation.
Page 123. Exercise 3A.
Felicia is exhausted. She needs a vacation. Her husband, Ricardo, says he can ask his boss for a few days off. Felicia would like to go to San Francisco. They look for special travel discounts on the internet. If they book a flight at least 7 days ahead, they can get a round-trip ticket for less than $200. On the other hand, hotel room rates will be high because summer is the most popular tourist season. Also, there is a room tax on hotel rooms in San Francisco. They figure out that a 3-day trip to San Francisco will cost almost $1,200. Felicia and her husband decide to change their plans. If they go camping, they will save a lot of money, and their daughter will have more fun. Felicia's husband will reserve the campsite after he talks to his boss.
Page 128. Exercise 2.
The Rock, San Francisco's biggest tourist attraction. Alcatraz, a small rocky island in the middle of San Francisco Bay, was once the most famous prison in the United States. For a period of 29 years, from 1934 to 1963, over 1,500 dangerous criminals lived in the prison's 378 cells. People believed that it was impossible to escape from Alcatraz Island. However, in 1962, two brothers, John and Clarence Anglin, and another man named Frank Morris, escaped on a raft made of raincoats. A famous movie, Escape from Alcatraz, tells this amazing story. Other famous prisoners who lived on the island included Al Capone, the gangster, and Robert Stroud, the Birdman of Alcatraz. Alcatraz prison closed in 1963. The island became a national park, and since then, it has been a major attraction for tourists from all over the world. These days, many people call Alcatraz by its popular name, The Rock. In the summer, it is wise to buy tickets to the island in advance because the ferries sell out. Evening tours are less crowded. The admission prices listed include the ferry, tickets, and an audio tour. General admission, adult, 18 to 61, $36. Junior, 12 to 17, $34.50. Child, 5 to 11, $26. Senior, 62 or older, $34.50.
This is the end of the audio program. Thank you for listening.